So let's do this. Let's introduce our players. We're going to be starting down to the bottom left-hand side of the map with our blue Protoss. Let's see it, guys, if you're going to be cheering on Creator. And he's going up against the red Protoss player to the top right-hand side from Invictus Gaming. Our Chinese Protoss player here is Jim. Our only Chinese representative in this group. I would say one of the weaker groups of this week's SGL, honestly, but I mean, that doesn't really say too much. I mean, it's still a pretty strong group. It's just the fact that the other groups are so strong. I mean, Roan Creator, yeah, even Jim, honestly, in Sleep can kind of pull out upsets. It's not a bad group, it's just the other groups are so crazy good. You look at this one, it's like, oh, I see. You know? So guys, let me know who you're cheering on maybe in this PvP. Let me know what you thought of the game so far today. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts on what's up and what's happening, what you're all thinking. So please do feel free to share. Just in the chat, let me know what's up. Let me know if you're just enjoying the games in general, or if you think the games have been crap. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. As you see a probe going to be moving across the map here early on. I mean, scouting is something which you can obviously do in PvP. It does cost you a probe, but it might be worthwhile a lot of the time. We're going to be seeing 2 gates from both players early on as well. Very standard way to open in the PvP matchup, so no real surprise there as we set on up into this. Again, guys, I do apologize for the couple of kind of stream kind of crashes we had before. A very weird sort of thing where I just don't know what happened. The stream just sort of blacked for a moment, and my PC blacked for a moment, and it crashed, and bits and pieces like that, so do apologize. It was really weird because it went off, but it was like back immediately, you know, so it was very strange. So I do apologize for that previously. And again, hopefully something that just doesn't happen often. I mean, I don't know what to do about it. I guess it's just one of those things, so just one of those things. We can't do much if you don't know what it is, in all honesty. So that's sort of the philosophy I'm going with right now. Anyways, probe comes in, scouts from Creator, doesn't really see too much, just playing safe. You're going to see 2 adepts on the way out from Jim right now. So 2 adepts on the way out from Jim, and 2 stalkers on the way out from Creator. So very different openings, which generally means that we're going to be seeing 2 very different follow-ups from each of these players. In fact, there we go, 2 adepts and then 2 stalkers. So we're actually going to end up in the same amount of units from either side. So, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much then in the end. It'll just be interesting to see where each player goes. Now, Creator does have a probe top left. We'll see if anything is going to come out of that in the very near future. See these 2 adepts moving forward. Stalkers are going to be able to come in and be able to push those adepts back pretty easily. Starting to do quite a lot of damage. In fact, 1 adept going to get caught already. So nice little start from Creator here. Now he has 2 adepts at home, of course, so that 1 adept of his opponent shouldn't be able to get too much done at all. As we're going to be seeing these 2 stalkers moving forwards, and a bit of a stalker war here. Not the best micro though from Creator, actually misfiring onto his opponent's stalker for a moment there. That means he will actually come out even in the trade, apart from 1 shot down. So very slight difference. Fellowship Core cleans up this adept over on this side of the map as well, and neither player really making huge impact in the early stages of the game. Both of them taking a Nexus. Twilight Council already coming down though from Creator here in the main base. That does open up a lot of opportunities in towards maybe options such as Blink, which is what it's going to be. I was going to say maybe DTs are a possibility, but just going to be Blink on the way up for now. So Blink coming up here over to the top left. He's still got that probe hidden around. You can see these 2 adepts are Creator now going to trade in and try and do some damage themselves. They could go for the sentries if they want to. I guess they don't have the vision, so he doesn't see the sentries here. So he doesn't quite know to do that because of that adept vision range. So that's actually pretty crazy. So yeah, Blink is on the way up from Creator. Now it was a robo into Twilight from Jim, and so with that he's looking to probably hit Blink of his own, but probably with the kind of just a slightly safer, like, ooh, Resonating Glaives. Wow, okay, that's a bit different. So Glaives is a very interesting way to open because it opens in such a way that you, I mean, how do you say this? Like, I don't know, like Glaives is like a very aggressive way to open, but it makes you very vulnerable to a lot of different attack timings at the same time as well, I feel. So we'll see how it turns out. We'll see what happens as we see 2 kind of complete different kind of scales of the spectrum from sides of the spectrum from both players here in the early stages. This is the first game of this best of 3. This is the 5th series now from the SGL today, so we've gone through quite a few games already. Again, after the SGL today, we will cast the best of Leifeng 157. for a couple of hours. We're actually not going to have as much time to do that as I thought because we're already kind of like, well, like 20 minutes away, I guess. 20 minutes away from it, and I guess that's not going to happen as soon as, man. These adepts are doing so much damage. 10 probes killed out of nowhere. Creator just kills 10 workers. Well, that's one way to do things. Killing 10 workers out of nowhere definitely works out, as we're going to be seeing these adepts and Immortal just going to be joined up together on the low ground on the natural expansion. A Stalker and a Sentry here as well from Creator. From Jim, sorry. Going to come down and, well, Creator just going to go for Resonant Enclaves after his Blink, so going to move on to the map with these Stalkers. Move Blink Stalkers on the map, you can trade so well. I mean, if anything starts to go wrong, you just blink away, and you can just slowly pick away at shields, pick away some units even, if you get the opportunity to. So, nice little opening here from Creator to work with as he will stick on the map, and exactly like this, you know, picks up a Stalker kill, blinks away, picks up a Sentry kill, blinks away. Perfect little trades there, exactly what he was looking for. And you see the Stalkers just backing away up the ramp. Stalker's just going to hide up the ramp, then a couple of probes going down across the map once more. Again, more adepts in the mineral lines, and they are just targeting down probes, so they're going to get 6-7 workers killed here. This last probe adept might have got one more, but didn't quite make it in the very end. As we will just be seeing, Glaives is still on the way up here from Creator. So Glaives still coming up from Creator. 2 more gates going to morph in right now. So you can see one more gateway just down here as well, so that's starting to come on in as we see the Warp Prism coming in. Jim's going to get very aggressive with these Immortals. I mean, he never built Blink or anything. He's just been stuck on Resonating Glaives. So it's just going to be Adepts and Immortals, I guess, to kind of fight here. Here we go, already starting to move forwards. This is going to be an interesting one as we see Force Field's coming down. The Force Field's kind of designed kind of, you know, at this point should be to kind of get rid of the Immortals, to kind of keep them out of the fight. But that didn't quite happen there as we see this fight continuing. Created, having to make a hold right now. Where's his Mothership Core in the main base? He will be able to overcharge here in a moment or two. As that first 2 overcharges coming down to push this away. Has to be cautious, doesn't want to use too many too quickly. Oh wow, actually Jim moves back in. That's a lot more damage he takes for free. Really unnecessary from him there. And the Adept comes in. A couple more sentries. I still feel these sentries are important. With the sentries, you know, what you're able to do is that you're able to kind of really kind of block the Immortals out of position, you know, block them away from the fight. Maybe even catch them here like this. This is a really nice way of doing it. Splitting this army in half. Another overcharge goes down as well. You can just see here, the Immortals of Creator have just survived him for so long. This one here is about to go down, perhaps. It's going to be Creator. Takes game number 1. Jim just doesn't have enough to push on through. I mean, taking so much early damage, it was sort of inevitable in the end. And that is game. Creator takes ridiculous, which is what I did. Didn't enjoy it. No, I did enjoy it. It was really great. It's just I would have rather gone away for 2 weeks than come back, but obviously Home Story Cup. We can't miss Home Story Cup, so what am I meant to do? What am I meant to do, guys? Alright, anyways, top left side, there's going to be a blue Protoss player. From Junior Green Wings, it is going to be Creator. If he wins this, he is going to advance through the group. Maybe even in first place already, depending on... Because I think his map score will already just be better than... Rihanna's? No, that's not true. Oh, excuse me. Wow, yawning. Yeah, I guess not, actually. I guess it wouldn't be better than Ryung's for a little while. Yeah, so I guess if he wins this, then he has to still take a map off of Sleep. Anyways, Creator Sleep will come up next, and that will just confirm the places of the group. We'll see if Creator can win this, though. I mean, it's not over yet. He still has to play it against Jim. You know, he still has to play the second game and see what happens. So we just settle up and see what's going to be going on. Wardy, you seem tired. I am a little bit tired. I'm actually struggling a lot to kind of recover from coming back home. So I came back, my sleeping pattern's been very messed up since I came back home, just because of the fact that I kind of was a bit very tired during Home Story Cup, and then I had to stay awake at Home Story Cup the last night to make sure I didn't miss my plane and stuff, and I just haven't been able to like fix my sleeping pattern properly, and I have to keep waking up a bit earlier than usual to cast things, because Life and Cups are earlier, OSC was very early today, so I keep napping and then not sleeping a lot. Like, I wouldn't say I'm tired, I'm just, my sleeping pattern's not completely right, so maybe I'm a bit tired, but I don't feel very tired right now, apart from the fact I just yawned. But, it feels okay. I feel good. Powered by StarCraft. What more do we need? Probe here from Creator is going to be backing away a little bit. Backing away and looking to see what is up. And then coming back in. Again, just being a little bit annoying, stealing some minerals and just little bits and pieces, as we're going to be seeing the Mothership core popping out. So Mothership core pops out, and we are going to see a probe starting to build up here as well. So another probe on the way to the top left-hand side. We're going to be seeing this Mothership core moving through the top side, and actually Creator going to get across the map, maybe try and pick off a probe or two, and obviously try and scout a little bit more with this. We see a very fast Stargate from Jim, so really nice that Creator can come across the map to scout this, because if he sees it, which he should do, I mean, if he's going to go into the main base at all, he's going to run into this Stargate. If he sees this, then that would be pretty fantastic, as we're going to be seeing a couple of these Adepts just going to be moving around on either side, and Creator is actually going to be happy to fight, or Jim actually shades on top of these, so he's very happy to fight, as we're going to be seeing Jim comes out ahead. It's going to be pretty even though in the end, actually, because he's going to jump on top of this Adept, he's going to get the final shot, and then he's, he regens some shields, so actually he does lose out. He doesn't even kill it. Oh man, that's crazy. Motion core across the map though, picks off 2 workers and recalls back home, has seen that Stargate, so he knows what's up. Because it's been scouted, Jim is just going to opt for the Phoenix play here rather than the Oracle. Nope, cancels the Phoenix, makes the Oracle instead. Alright, changing his mind about what he wants to do. So he does go into the Oracle, and he is going to commit to this, and we'll see if Creator's defense will be good enough. Next is on the way from both players at a very similar time. Probe's just going to come down to the low ground, and I'm just going to have a look to see what's going on. A Robo Facility will come down in the main base also. Twilight Council also coming down over in the top left-hand side. So Robo Facility, Twilight Council. And as these structures finish on up, we'll just begin to see exactly the route which Creator is looking to take in this game. I'd be surprised if he changed too much from what he was doing before, which was just the blink play. And I would imagine he will just go probably blink once again. Unless, I mean, I guess he could try Glaives out if he feels as though that's something he plays sometimes, depending on the map. It's going to be blink again. Kind of the safer way to go about things in general, I would say. So again, just setting up into blink and heading towards a nice little mid-game here. Oracle will be moving out through the top side of the map, so continuing to move around right now. We're just going to be seeing the Twilight Council and the Robo Facility going to be finishing up as well. And it is going to be once again from Jim the Resonating Glaives, so still the clash of 2 different Twilight Council upgrades here from the players. Both of them just going for something a little bit different each time. And if you got all these little things in the middle of the map on habitation stations, poor Ultras. Why is it always Ultralists, man? Like, Dasan Station, there's an Ultralist being tortured. Habitation Station, there's a dead Ultralist. Why always Ultralists? What do people have against Ultralists? Nice overcharge, catches the Oracle. Big mistake by Jim, because that loses a lot of his map control. And a lot of his potential damage as well. A lot of his early investment is now being to waste. You know, the entire Stargate and Oracle hasn't really achieved anything. You know, didn't force much of a reaction. Didn't really kill many workers. Very, very brutal, honestly, for Jim, who is now in this position where he's actually in a little bit of a tough spot. He's going to start a Forge, so looking as though he might not go as aggressive as the last game. Sorry, no, Creator is starting a Forge. Getting the colors mixed up. I've been very bad at this in the mirror matchups lately. When I was at Home Story Cup, I was casting TY against U-Thermal, and man, I could not get into my head which player was which color. Like, I just couldn't do it, like, for whatever reason. Been very bad at that lately. Need to sharpen up. Sharpen up. You just see the 5 extra gates coming in from Jim, so getting into like a more aggressive sort of stage of the game, and I mean, I guess he just does a very similar attack to what he did in the last game. I mean, 5 gates extra, that's what, like 8 in total on 2 bases? I mean, it's either a very safe way to take 3 bases, or it's a very aggressive way to end the game on 2 bases. We're going to be seeing now these Stalkers with Blink will be moving forward as he sees what's up, and it's going to be a very similar game for Creator, who just realizes what's going on, knows what's happening. I love this, actually. Look at this immediate counterattack he goes for. Coming around this side, comes up here, forces an overcharge. He realizes these units are moving across the map. I kind of like it, but I wonder how much more he can actually do. More Adepts going to warp in. I mean, he's still warping in, forcing Adepts to warp in at home rather than from the warp prism and at the front. So that is something. Stalkers blink up to this high ground now. They're going to keep them trading. I mean, they trade pretty well against Adepts. Adepts are pretty tanky, but you saw Stalkers when you think about it. They can also blink backwards so that they trade super efficiently. One Stalker in the back now will go down. But I mean, all of these Adepts will fall, and just forces so many warp-ins across the map here from Jim, and I just don't think Jim's going to realistically come out with enough here. I feel as though Jim's actually going to fall down pretty quickly in this. We're going to be seeing a couple of force swoops going down, and Adepts are going to keep on trading here. The sentries too, and keep on trading out with these units. And I mean, it's nice force swoops. These units can't get away. Stuck in a fort and overcharge as well. Creator is going to take game number 2.